before I go to sleep, um, Shabbat Shalom. I wanted to say I've been in a few accidents. So, as though people might think that my body's okay because I do good at holding in pain. But I'm not. I'm just really good at holding in pain. I'll just let you know, when I was, my first car accident, my first real big accident was when I was 13. I was ran over by a car at Adventure World. All four wheels ran over like a speed bump. The lady actually slowed down and ran me over. All four wheels. And I didn't die, but I was in the ER. You know, my ankle chipped the bone of my ankle. My right ankle my right ankle was chipped and bones, fractures or whatever. It was like bone chips or whatever in my skin or whatever. So my bone was chipped. And you saw particles on the x-rays. My back was the same way. My hip. So my hip was cut. Like on my right hip was cut all the way through. You could see the white meat. My ankle was chipped and you could see the white meat. So it was scraped off. So my bone was scraped. So like somebody carved it, whatever. And my lower spine, was crushed in. And so, people, you got ran over by a car. Yeah, of course, real slow, like a speed bump, and you're a scrawny 13-year-old. It's just a miracle that you're still alive and you healed well, right? So, living my whole life in pain, but the pain calmed down as I started, getting older and older and start learning how to deal with the pain, even though it was still there. Now that I'm older, 40, that pain I can feel it more and more. My back doesn't, move like it used to. I have to move more slowly. Even in the bed, I can't just turn over. I can tell that moving to my left side, to my right side, or my right side to my left side, just turning over hurts my lower back. And I can tell that if I move too fast, I could like rip it apart. I feel like I'm gonna rip my spine apart, but I can tell just from the pain level. And if I move the wrong way, it could be like get stuck into place and real sharp pains. Sometimes my spine locks up a little bit and I have to adjust myself to like unlock it. Like cracking your knuckles or something like that. Or like your bones being dislocated. You have to, that's what it feels like now that I'm older. But it's not just that one accident that happened when I was 13. That was one that happened when I was let me think. So no big accidents until I went to the Philippines. And I was 28 years old. So people probably privily know or privately know, but if you don't know, you should know now. But it wasn't that I just was in the Philippines. Stuff happened to me, like extreme stuff where I should have died, but I didn't die. Where I got into an accident in the Philippines, a trial bike accident, and I got hit. I was having an episode or whatever the case, fighting demons and shit out there. It's crazy. So I was having an episode and I got hit by a trial bike and I you know, flew. I got hit and flew back like about a couple feet through the air. Just flew straight back, landed on my back and hit my head. Kind of like when I got shot in the chest. When I got shot in the chest by Optimus Prime, it happened just like that. You know, I flew back, boom, hit my head on the ground, and just laid there like I was dead, but I wasn't. I was just out of it. Now, when I got hit by the tri bike, my ear split. My right ear split in half, and they had to sew it back together. So my right ear, if you pay attention, my right ear is smaller than my left ear because I had to get they had to stitch it back together. So it was like the feeling in my ear is a little numb in the area where they stitch it at, and you can tell that the stitching, if you feel it, you can feel where they stitched it at. It had to reconnect it all the way to the back of my head, like you can see it or whatever, where my ear split in half at, and they had to sew it back together. You can clearly see it, and it's like they did a real good job, but you can tell it's kind of like uneven a little bit. It's like look like two pieces put together. You know, it's numb, but it still has a little bit of pain there. So yeah, my right ear is smaller than my left ear. Now, my ankles almost got cut off, so I almost had to get my feet cut up, both my feet cut off. You know, or you know what I'm trying to say. I had to almost had to get my ankles cut off on both sides, and because the back of my ankles, the tendons or the whatever the hell, um, was crushed, and it was like rotten meat or some shit. It was like rotted a little bit. I don't know how the fuck. Whatever they did when I was out in the hospital, they tied me up or they did something to where it cut the circulation off in my ankles, in both my ankles, and I couldn't you know, it was gone. It was rotten or something that happened. So I couldn't feel my feet, and I didn't have feeling in my feet for a while. So it was just a hole in my ankles. So you could see into the skin, into the meat, and you can see through my ankles. It was crazy, man. It was like a hole in there. Like, what the fuck? I don't know how that happened. And they had to like put like bacteria medicine in there and stuff. It was stinking. It's a whole hole in my ankles, both of my ankles, you know. And like, what the fuck, man? And it was just crazy. I couldn't walk for a while, and you know, Jenny, my ex-wife, she had to help me. That's one thing I appreciated about her after all of the bull crap. Through all of the bull crap, I appreciated her so much at that moment, you know, that I could see the potential that she really loved me, but shit was going on, so, you know, she left me, you know. But yeah, so she used to had to help me walk, and I couldn't do anything. I really had to take my time, you know. I couldn't feel it was crazy, yo. My feet was like you know that tingling feeling you get when you lay on your arm too long, and then you get up, and then that tingle. It was in my ankles and my feet for a long time, so it was hard to walk. You know, you're not feeling anything. It was crazy, and it was like almost, man, the medicine is working or whatever. But if the medicine wasn't working, we would have had to cut your ankles off. And they was like, yeah, seriously, we had to cut your ankles off. You weren't gonna be able to walk. And it's crazy, man. And my ear, you know, was healing because they sewed it back together. And they was like, yeah, they did a good job. This, that, and the third. Had the stitches in it and stuff. So they had to, you know, my ex-wife she had to look at that and make sure that was good. But she had help though from my mother. But that was a big moment. Um, That. So yeah, I'm fucked up from that. So that was even more damage on my body when I flew. I got hit and flew back a couple feet. Not just a couple feet. I flew back some feet. Boom, flew back some feet. Boom, hit my head, hit my back, split my ear, my ankles fucked up. Almost had to get my ankles amputated and shit. So it's like, yeah, yo, you thinking I'm, super good and shit. So that, and then when I came back to the States, I ended up going to Utah and I had a gun drawn on me at one job. I ended up leaving. I ended up working at a company called CUI. The boss drew a gun on me at that job too, because I was traveling as a travel technician, and I went from Pennsylvania to Tennessee. So I had to drive from Pennsylvania to Tennessee because they needed me in Tennessee. I'm originally from Baltimore, so from Baltimore to Virginia, Virginia to Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania to Tennessee, and I was in Tennessee doing cable. And from Tennessee, I took a break and went to Japan. I went to Tokyo, came back or whatever, because everything confidential. They don't trust America, so they can't get the information they expecting to get or wanting to get. Not even in no kind of way can they get any information. Because it's out of jurisdiction of America. So you're not. So whatever the case, the first time I went somewhere where people didn't know what was going on with me fully. So it's a little blank in my background or whatever for that one small part. And I came back after a month, and I went back, told my boss I was coming back from Tennessee. I was going to take the truck and drive from Tennessee all the way up to Baltimore. And the reason I took the vacation was because they didn't rebook me. They didn't rebook me for another month to stay there and do cable in Tennessee. So I just left. I had got my hair cut though in Tennessee. I got my locks cut off. That's why I don't got my locks anymore. Got my locks cut off because they had bugs in it. Because where I'm at now, Santa Monica area, I used to sleep on the ground, and from sleeping on the ground, a lot of bugs got in my locks, and so I had to get them cut. Because it was like in the hotel rooms and stuff. No matter what, I was like, man, I got these cut off. So I had to like put towels around the pillows and lay on the towels on the pillows so that, no matter how much I washed my locks, it wasn't working because they were so thick. And it was like, man, so I got to cut. And she cut it off, and she was like, yeah, you need a treatment on these locks. You need a treatment. So it's better to not even reuse them. So she just cut them. Washed my hair real good, got it treated real good, and then braided it back. And I got the same braids that she put in there. I just kept, re-braiding them back because I have got a little braiding skills. So I re-braided them back from frequently, and it's the same braids, the same parts and everything from Tennessee. That's when I was homeless in Santa Monica, and I left Santa Monica and went out there to try to get a job and live, because the fuck I look like being homeless for nothing and shit. And so, now I'm back here again. But whatever the case, that, and I came back. So from Tennessee, sorry about that back road. So from Tennessee, got my hair cut, blah, 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 took the truck, came all the way, drove all the way up, back to Baltimore, 10-hour ride. And, my boss, he was like, meet him, da-da-da-da-da, but he was so fucking out of the loop because he's so used to knowing shit. You know how it is, you FBI agent, you in America, you so used to knowing every fucking thing, but when somebody go to another country, you're disconnected for a second, and you're not used to being disconnected for a second, but you shouldn't be that insecure you shouldn't be that fucking insecure to where you get disconnected for a fucking second, and now you don't trust shit, like you just like, what the fuck? Like, damn, still people are people, yo. The fuck, before all of this extra bullshit you got, security and the technology and shit you got, you still had to learn how to trust people, give people chances and shit. That was like a way to help people understand that, yo, You have to learn how to give people chances too, yo. You can't just be everything protocol and just you got to know every fucking detail. It eliminates trust. It eliminates trust all the way. You can't be in a relationship or ever find love like that. Ever. So y'all new generation people ain't gonna ever find love. When you in a place where technology and you always got the inside scoop on every fucking thing somebody doing anytime, unless they go to another state or some shit like that or another country, unless they go to another country somewhere for a second, you know, like the fuck. You're not used to somebody being outside looking in. Everybody's just normally inside looking out. And, you know, take a vacation. You already inside looking out. So you taking the vacation is not a big deal. Everybody know what the fuck you doing every moment. Even still, no matter what country you go to. Me, it's different. You know? So y'all was just lost in the sauce, not knowing what the fuck. Because I'm not connected. So when I come back, y'all thinking I'm dangerous just because you didn't know some shit. Stop acting like you're supposed to know every fucking thing. You're not God. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? But y'all do that shit. You know, don't want to take a chance of trust. But when you get that moment, this little one small moment, help you understand that you can trust. You took a chance of trust. Okay, so he's good. He's good. Now you start to learn that, oh, part of life is just learning how to trust the person instead of just having information and having seconds and shit like, oh, I got a lot of seconds. All right, you got this person seconding you, this person is seconding you. All these people is giving you seconds. And that's like the way you consider that trust. But it's not. It's just like, I don't trust you, so I got these seconds. Okay, now I trust you. No, you don't trust me. You just got seconds. So what I said, somebody confirmed it. And you never could believe anything I say unless somebody confirm it. So it means you don't ever trust me. You know, that's what that means. You don't trust me. So back in the day, without the technology back in the day, man, you had to learn how to trust people. And then you know for sure you come across a good person, you become lifelong friends, relationships, you fall in love and shit like that. And then you really be together for 70, 80 years. We've been married for 80 years because you had to learn how to really trust people. And integrity, it builds integrity and shit like that. It's like, yeah, man, it builds relationship, connection, integrity. You know this person has good intentions with you. But when you don't have that, you just like running around, you know, in circles and shit like that, thinking you going to come to a loving point or come to a point where you actually trust or love somebody, but you never do. So people like me on the outside looking at you like, yo, you seem like you could be cool, but you never will be because you can never believe or trust anything about me unless somebody is seconding you about that thing. So it's just agent work for you, just subject shit. You know, oh, he's just a subject, and that's what it really be. But this subject is such a loving, kind, he's a cool subject, you know, and you really love the subject. But it's still a subject, you know. So from that, if you can't learn to trust me, you know, this trustworthy subject, you'll never trust any fucking body in your life, you know. So it's just everybody's just a fucking subject to each other, inside or not. That's what I see. All y'all inside but safe house shit. All y'all don't trust each other. All y'all subjects to each other. You get the buzz. You get a command to attack your own person that worked for you and shit like that. What the fuck is going on? So it's stupid, yeah. So yeah, anyway, off that. So anyway, when I came back from Tokyo, Oda City, came back to Tennessee, took my truck, drove 10 hours back to Baltimore, met my boss the next day, early 7 a.m. in the morning. I was there before him, so maybe he thought that was funny because nobody gets to the warehouse before he does. But I did, you know, I just wanted to be punctual. So I was there waiting for him. He said wait at the certain spot that he told me to wait at. So, you know, it wouldn't be suspicious and he wouldn't be shocked or surprised. So, okay, did exactly everything he said to the T. Be there such and such time. I'm early. I don't want to, no bad remarks, no bad stains, no doubt, nothing. Like I'm doing everything to the T where you can trust me. Next thing you know, he hops out, walks up to the truck, and he had a Glock in his hand. Pull out a Glock. What the fuck is you doing? Like, I'm like, you good? Like, you good? He was like, oh, I thought you was somebody else. Like, who you thought I was? And the only other person he could think I was Oh my God, not Twan, but Luis. Luis, man, and Luis is he's a I think he's for Puerto Rico. I think. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but he's Latino, and he's a supervisor. He has his office, and he told me to park right next to Luis's office. You know where his door is, and wait for him. And so I'm there. I'm like, so who you thought I was? Only other person that you can think I am is Luis, because this is where his office door is. You know where his office at. Like, so were you trying to shoot Luis or something? Like, what's going on here? What's going on here, man? Something going on. Put a Glock right out on me, a all black Glock. I'm like, yo, why is you bringing guns to work? You don't trust nobody? Like, damn, boy, what the fuck? You doing cable. A Glock got nothing to do with cable. Like, the fuck is you doing? So I'm like, man, I think there's something going on with you. Like, you don't trust the people that you work with, and to the point it's just like, whatever was going on got bad for him. But you're not gonna leave your job or leave your company for nobody. You're gonna still hang on, whether you trust the people or not. But you just brought a gun. You just start bringing your gun to work just in case you might have to shoot somebody. But you right like a three to four blocks down from the FBI building. Like, the fuck, you can see the, you know what I'm saying? It's like real close by. You like, so if you shoot somebody, just crazy, And that was right next to the Jehovah's Witness Hall. So where Luis' office is like, it's up Security Square Mall, but it's a Jehovah's Witness Hall, right on the other side of the fence, and over there on the other side where I was at, where you see the Xfinity trucks on Rolling Road area and stuff. Whatever, it's a company called CUI. It's a warehouse right there. So yeah, man. And then after that, I ended up leaving the job because of some shiesty stuff. I went to Pennsylvania, and some crazy shiesty stuff with doobie cakes and calcimus and sacrificing for them and shit like that on some Turkey, Syria, Palestine mess. It was Turkey and Syria first when they got hit with the earthquakes. That was the first acquaintance I had with calcimus, and then Palestine started getting hit. And then with doobie cakes, there was some other shit still going on. So it's like, their lives on the line. So I'm up here sacrificing for them. But I'm not thinking it's got to be that deep. But it's like, because you so in fucking deep, these sacrifices is going to be never fucking ending. So it's like, all right, man, I'm never going to get to the end of the sacrifice. It's just going to sacrifice while you comfortable in the lie. You comfortable in the bullshit ass religion you in. And you need somebody to sacrifice for you while you remain in this bullshit ass religion so you can keep fucking eating, So I'm like, man, whatever, man. Fuck that shit, So I'm just like not wanting to sacrifice for them. But I be partially sacrificing and partially not giving a fuck at the same time, because it's like, why don't you just follow the truth? It's not my issue that you want to follow a lie. Just follow the fucking truth, and that shit to stop. I shouldn't have to compromise so that you can continue living a lie. So I wasn't willing to, and I'm still not. It's jammed up right now because they just forcing it. You forcing it because you want to live and still live your lying ass life. So you forcing me. That's all it is. So that's why you see a lot of Muslim activity and shit. All of that, doobie cakes, calcimus, upper, and all of these people. I need somebody that can protect me, type shit. But you'll never let that bullshit go, even if you can or can't. Whatever. Special cases or not, man. Even Sadia Khan, oh, Ramadan is coming up, but it's like, man, you far away from that. Like, too fucking intelligent for that. So, like, you should know. You should understand that shit is a lie. It's just a ritual, a custom that has nothing to do with anything that's part of the true creator. Nothing. It's just dumb. Whatever. So, anyway, off that. Just emotional for a second. So from that I went Pennsylvania. Then I quit my job because my back was fucking up, and also I was remembering when they pulled the gun out on me. My boss pulled the gun on me, so I'm like, man, you know what? I'm just gone. I can't keep doing cable, yo. My back is fucked up. I have my back massager just so I can massage my back after doing a long ass. It's like they knew that my back was fucked up, which I knew they knew, but I'm gonna do cable anyway, and they not giving a fuck if my back fucked up because I'm not gonna get workers' comp or nothing any fucking way. So, you know, I didn't even know how much I was getting paid. I was just trusting that I'm gonna get paid a good amount. How the fuck you work for a company you don't know how much you getting paid? That shit's stupid. No, like what the fuck. Anyway, so I left, man. My back was getting fucked up. I couldn't do it, and it was sharp pains was going in my back. You know, I can sharp pains in my chest to my back, and as I'm coughing because the pain's so sharp inside my chest. So I'm coughing and shit, like feeling like I'm about to die. I'm peeing in the bed and shit like that because I'm overly exhausted. You know, I'm just drained. I'm pushing myself too much. You know, and nobody giving a fuck. It's like, and a guy had just died at that company, CUI. A guy had just died, overworked. You're a travel tech. You come from work, you go into your hotel, you go to sleep, and you don't wake up the next day. You overworked, slaving us and shit like that. Slave work shit. No breaks. You can't take lunch breaks or nothing like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's fucking stupid. So, when I quit, I ended up doing Lyft. And the car collision happened. 2023. You know, I had just left CUI, so it wasn't that long. It was still 2023, and I was working for them, and I ended up doing Lyft instead. You know, and the car collision. I'm going through a green light, and I just get boom, T-boned. You know, hit so hard that I ricochet, and then the back of the car get hit. Then I ricochet back and hit the pole with the front of the car. That's how hard I got hit. But it's crazy that none of the windows broke and shit. So it was a miracle, but it was fantastic, crazy and fantastic at the same time. Like, damn. So my body is more fucked up from that car collision. So I just wrote it off as people trying to kill me. And then my little brother, Derek, the same one that had sex with my ex-fiance and got her pregnant, and his son is like calling me daddy and shit, like, just like, what the fuck, so him, Derek Mook, he pulled a knife out on me, start making up some bullshit ass lies because he's emotional, and also he just feel extremely guilty. You did some shit to your brother that you had no reason to do. Your brother never hurt you, never harmed you, never put you in a dangerous situation, never made you feel endangered, never endangered you, never threatened your life, and never asked you for any fucking thing. Never asked him for money ever a day in his life. Never asked him for a dime, a penny, or nothing. Never. But I always looked out for him as the big brother, always buying him stuff, doing this, doing that. Even when in the beginning days of his barber career, whenever I would see him when he's just a teen or in middle school, teenage days, I would have some clippers. I would just have the Andy clippers. Whatever clippers I would buy, I would just give them to him, and so he can just practice cutting hair. Then he started getting nice with the razor blade and all that stuff. So I would just give him clippers. I would buy clippers for myself, and I would just give it to him. Because I'm not really using them. I'm just using them to shape up myself and keep myself groomed up. But if you can use them, the official, use them. The Andy clippers, you started off with the Andys. Oh, all right, yeah, go use those, the official. And you start honing the skills, letting them cut my hair and stuff. Just like I never had bad memories with him until he started getting older. Start doing, feeling like I don't know what the fuck was going on through his head. Just emotional, man. Just emotional. Not realizing, like, yo, if you want to understand what I'm really going through, the best way I can tell you is like Itachi and Sasuke. You like fucking Sasuke, and I'm like Itachi, and I can't tell you shit, and you don't understand. You just not fathoming You not fathoming that I'm in some deep ass shit, and you just emotional and shit, just trying to kill your brother because you just heard, you thinking some shit in your head. You don't really know the real story and shit like that, or what's really going on. You know, all you know is just you saw some shit and now you emotional, and then you just trying to get some fucking payback or whatever the fuck you thinking, not realizing I'm in the military. I'm part of some confidential shit that I can't even tell you. I'm part of the fuck, boy. I gotta take direct orders from the Pentagon and shit like that, and I can't tell you shit. But you still sit here, but you keep going play. You getting emotional with me, fussing with me and shit, and I'm just like, man. Best way I can tell you, I want to die. That's what I'm saying. Like, pull a knife out on me. I want to die. I'm tired of doing this shit, but I can't tell you what I'm doing. You know, confidential is like Homeland Security type shit. You know, your safety and shit, like saving your ass from an invasion so you can run out there and fuck somebody else's wife and shit like that. You know, you still free to go and fuck somebody else's wife and somebody don't run up in the fucking shit, bomb and shit. I'm keeping shit confidential. I'm trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? You just not knowing. I know it's not that I'm famous like celebrities are famous for just being famous for whatever the fuck, being naked or singing songs and shit. Whatever. You're just famous for dumb shit. Entertaining. I'm famous for like my military history. You know what I'm saying? So I know people of authority of different countries, people that run shit, people that make decisions, president level type shit. You not know that's what I'm famous for. So it's a confidential type of fame. People that are inside know who I am, but I'm outside. So I'm just like, the fuck. Like Denzel Washington on Safe House. I'm like that. This guy is just like, what the fuck, full of information. It's like, what the fuck? And everybody, you trying to keep this guy safe, but you trying to torture him and get information out of him, but other people trying to get to him too and trying to kill him too because he got information. Everybody got this mutual understanding of you after this one guy because he got information. So none of y'all like him, but y'all about to kill each other because y'all want to be exclusive. Like you want to be the exclusive crew to have him and shit. So it's like, what the fuck? So that's what I'm saying, man. So yeah, it's hard to tell him. So he in some shit was hard to tell me shit, but I'm like telling him like, you getting older, and I'm getting older too. That's what I mean by that. I'm older now. I'm older now too. You was trying to say I know shit that you don't know. I'm more confidential than you. So it's like ain't nothing you gonna really say that's extremely exclusive. Like you just need to catch up. No, I don't need to catch up. You just need to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually official. I was in the military for real. You just dancing around the fucking streets and getting credibility. But it's like, and then, it's just crazy, man. Your little brother pull a knife out on you all over some emotional ass shit from when he was young and you can't even explain anything to him. Just mad because you always gone, you know. So you grow up like that, get grown and just all kinds of feelings in his fucking energy, you know, and try to kill you. You know, your mother don't know you. You don't know your mother, so you can't rely on your mother to protect you or cover for you because she don't fucking know you. It's like you a threat, just like like what the fuck. You can't get safety at your mother house. People walk, oh, that's your mother, and then you expect her to know every fucking thing, but she don't know a damn thing. And it's like, what the fuck is the point? Because the way they feel is the way she feel. Like, so like they just taking advantage of your mother. They taking advantage of her too. Like, I'm gonna take advantage of her because I don't trust this guy, so she don't trust this guy either. Like, what the fuck? And though they plan, it's a two-way street. So now they putting her in guilt by not knowing her own son, putting her in guilt and fucking her life up as well as trying to fuck my life up. So for fucking my life up, her life getting fucked up because you should trust your son. You should know your son. So it's a double fucking, like, taking out two birds with one stone type shit. It's crazy. But so that was a pain. And then again, the car collision. Wow, the fuck. So I'm like, man, fuck this, man. Fuck this. I can't do it. So I'm in a lot of pain, and my body's breaking down. I just wanted to let y'all know that too. I've been in a lot of accidents, a lot of heavy accidents, and my body been under a lot of extreme, you know, strain, and still having to work like I'm not damaged. People love to act like you're not damaged and stuff because when people want to kill you, they'll ignore your ailments and shit like that when they want to kill you. So they'll act like nothing wrong with you. They'll not give you help. They won't give you uh, health benefits and shit like. They won't give you disability or nothing. They just won't help you, you know. But you know, I just wanted to tell y'all that, man. It's hard to get weapons nowadays. I'm realizing it's hard to get weapons if you on the outside, But if you on the inside, it's easy to get weapons. But if I had a weapon, I would just kill myself right now. I can't keep doing this shit, yo. I'm fucking fucked up. Emotionally fucked up. A bunch of women keep fucking breaking my hearts and shit. You know, it's like, what the fuck is going on? And now, like, I'm physically broke down. Keep getting in fucking accidents. Ear splits. Gotta sew your ear back together. Niggas about to chop your ankles off and shit. Ran over by a car. Your spine crushed in. Your ankle bones is chipped off and shit like that. Your hip bones is chipped off. Fucking chip fragments of your bone and shit like that because you got ran over. The muffler fucked your shit up. Scraped your shit right up. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Getting a car collision. Fucking neck done. It's like you even more. Your spine fucked up even more. Your legs fucked up even more. Like, man, you just fucked all the way up. And you still supposed to stand up and walk and keep it pushing. Like, yo, I can't do nothing else unless I get a examination, yo. Like, I can't, like, sitting up here. All right, get you in a big-ass car collision. The car start flipping, toppling over. And you seem to be okay. You got any pain? No, I kind of feel okay. And so just because you walked off all cool and shit, okay, see you to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You do heavy ass shit, lifting ladders and lifting heavy shit and shit like that. You just got in a big ass shit car at collision. It's crazy. And just people love doing that shit. But that's the advantage for them in the advanced technological world, a CCTV world where they do shit to people where you're not gonna do anything back. So it's a way like they do shit if they feel as though you deserve it, so that you're not gonna seek for revenge or seek to, get even or anything like that. Back then, people took risks, so it's a lot of suing back then. But now, people just do shit to you when they feel like you're wrong, because they got more ability to watch you, spy on you. So it's easier for them to do shit to you or harm you if they feel as though you deserve it by watching you and shit like that. So things are more precise, but it makes people fearful to like be open now because people are more on shit like that. But you got a bunch of evil ass people judging evil ass people, so it's a two-way street. Whereas though people are trying to fuck you up, but those people trying to fuck you up are evil people too, so you can fuck them back up. With me, I mind my business. I just stay clean. I live right and I live clean. I don't really give a fuck what you're doing. It's an evil world anyway. You're going to benefit from just being evil. So what's the point? So what I do is just focus on just living right and living a clean life. I don't have sex. I don't have sex or nothing. Like, so it's like people see that. You got, super spies and super agents can see that. Like, this guy don't have no sex ever. He ain't got no companionship, no nothing. He just like, what the fuck is that? This man ain't had sex since 2019. And that was his ex-wife. Like, that's some faithful ass shit or just some lonely ass shit. Like, you just, see what I'm saying? So, and they consider it like, oh, we just got to punish you. But it's a bunch of people that can't really judge you, trying to judge you to be punished. Like, yo, who are you? We Mormons. What the fuck that mean? Ain't no such thing as no fucking Mormons. They're just making shit up. Y'all don't got no, y'all don't have authority or a right to punish me or judge me for real. Trying to say that we need to this to him and that to him, and you making judgments on my life. You don't have the authority over a rabbi ever in your fucking existence. You will never have authority over a rabbi. You capping and shit. That's all it is. You just being fucking disrespectful. Trying to make it seem like your Christian ass authority got authority over me. So you making decrees over my life. But really, if I saw you or heard you making decrees and I knew who you were, I would put you on fucking blast. Put you on blast instantly. So you just like to be stealthy and hide and shit. Hate that shit. Christians love hiding and shit because they be wrong as shit. Unless you get a zealous ass Christian and think they really know what the fuck they talking about, then they'll be loud as shit. But when other than that, Christians they don't be loud for real. They be stealthing and shit. They feel like you guilty, living a guilty life, but they really don't know fully right and wrong like that. They just feel as though you wrong. Oh, you fornicating or some shit. So then they'll try to stealthily put guilt on your life or put a sentence on your life secretly, but they'll never openly try to rebuke you, because then if you're someone of caliber or a rabbi or something scholarly, you'll check them, because now it's a debate. It's not you judging me. It's like you got authority. It's a debate. Hold on. I know ain't no Christian trying to judge a rabbi. I don't give a fuck if you even a bishop. You ain't no bishop gonna judge no rabbi and you gonna get away with that shit. Like, hold on, you better get up. Oh, shorty. Oh, you can't get away with that. I'm a rabbi, you're a bishop. You better sit up here and debate that. Put your point out. But they love to try to secretly do that dumbass shit. But anyway, be fucking your life up and shit like that. People be judging you secretly in private and shit, Christians and shit like that, people of different religious sects, different cultural sects, because their culture, they're offended because they're offended that in America, right, where you got freedom of religion or whatever, right? And so because you got this freedom of religion, everybody is multicultural. But you so happen you have your own personal culture, and you live in your own personal culture, but people feeling some kind of way about you living your culture and they're offended. Like Indians don't like eating beef and shit like that. But I come in there and I'm going to get me a beef hot dog. You offended? I don't give a fuck if you offended. The fuck you even in America for? How the fuck is you offended in America? Working at 7-Eleven where you got beef hot dogs? Bitch, it's America, motherfucker. Like Hamburger City and shit, like hamburger, like the fuck you come to America for if you gonna be offended about hamburgers and people eating meat and shit? Fuck, you ain't stay where you was at. Like the fuck is you doing? That's what I mean. Stop trying to bring your shit to some place. Like you come to America out of all places and get offended over people eating beef. Fuck out of here. Like people, even Muslims, you come all the way to the fucking America and get offended over some Islam shit. You in the fucking America, nigga. Like the fuck is you talking about? Native Indian land. Go the fuck to the Middle East and get offended about that shit. Like y'all just be different. When you apply for a job, that shit say freedom of religion. Freedom of religion. You can have any religion you want and work at this company, is what that's saying. And they saying that because there's many different types of belief systems that people have. Christian, Islam, this, that, and the third. So why the fuck is you acting like your shit exclusive? Stop doing that shit. But y'all do that shit secretly and don't open your fucking mouth. So you can try to judge people secretly like people part of you. But when people open their mouth and let it be known, put you on fucking blast, yo, shut the fuck up. I ain't got shit to do with whatever the fuck you talking about. No fucking bullshit ass cow statues, you worshiping cows and shit. Fuck out of here. So you don't eat beef? I'm like, all right, a little bit, understand you a little bit. When you start getting offensive, I'm gonna disrespect the shit out you. Cause that shit's stupid. It's just a fucking cow, yo. Stop worshiping dumbass shit. It's just a fucking cow. It's not God, nigga. Like, fucking cow ain't make the sun and the stars. Fuck is you bowing down to a cow? The cow ain't say moo, and then the sun was made and shit. Fuck out of here. Y'all just doing it too much. But I understand you at some point that death didn't always exist. Before the fall, death didn't exist, so they didn't eat meat. Understandable, but we live in a world where we need to sacrifice for each other, so we eat meat. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure it's kosher meat that you're eating. It's just by your culture, you don't eat cows because some random ass person a long time ago was like, yo, we just not gonna eat cows and shit. So for centuries and centuries and thousands of years later, y'all still carry that same ass culture. Don't eat cows. Y'all worship them niggas. Like, the fuck is you doing? It's crazy, yo. I'm just saying, yo, y'all just do the most, yo. It just show how stupid y'all are, for real. You're a human. You got more power than the cow. Why the fuck is you worshiping the cow? Respect him, but don't mean worship the nigga. He ain't make shit. You looking at all the stars in the sky, it's like, wow, that's a lot of stars in the sky. And cow come up to it, moo. Yeah, I know. Like, he went up there and made all the fucking stars and shit and put them up there. He can name them and shit. You talking to the cow, like, I wonder how deep space is. And the cow be like, moo. You're like, that's like, the cow supposed to know how deep space is. Like, he can't measure the distance of deep space, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Who made space? Moo. Like, nigga, y'all be just doing too much. Worshiping cows and shit so you get mad when people eat meat. Like, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody got time for that dumbass bullshit you want to be offended about. You just want to be mad about something else, so you just using some random ass shit. Oh, my culture. No, bitch, you just probably gay and shit, and you want to be mad about some gay shit, so you're using your culture and trying to hide the fact that you mad about some gay shit. Fuck out of here. Y'all just be doing too much, yo. Fuck is y'all doing out here? It's America, yo. It's like, that's why I don't like talking too much, but I talk anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you can offend people about anything. Anything, yo. You can say anything in America and people will get offended. But it's the thing about you coming here in a melting pot full of a bunch of different religious backgrounds and cultural backgrounds. Anything you say is going to offend any fucking body. So why the fuck is you taking it to heart? People don't understand each other's cultural backgrounds and shit. Go to fucking school in America from a child on up. Get a child, come from wherever the fuck you come from, get a child or have children, have them go to public ass schools in the neighborhoods and shit and see how much they fucking learn about all the people in this melting pot ass place. You ain't gonna know shit about nobody. You're not gonna know shit about nobody, so you're not gonna respect shit about nobody. So stop acting like, you know what I'm saying? Stop reacting off that disrespectful shit. Stop reacting off of you being offended and just feeling like you're disrespected. If you know motherfuckers don't teach about your shit in schools and shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach your shit. They don't teach Spanish in schools or nothing. They're only doing that shit now because there's a lot of Latinos and Hispanics in the States now. But back then when I was coming up, wasn't no mandatory you gotta learn Spanish and shit like that. So it was never something we needed to learn. It was one of those things that you was not expecting you would really need to know because Hispanics would be coming up in here. We just like, why the fuck we gotta speak Spanish when y'all just so hard on us speaking English? Black people were slaves so long, they took our language from us. Now we gotta learn Spanish? How about I need to learn my own language that I was speaking before you took that shit? Y'all just be different, yo. Like, the fuck, what I look like learning Spanish and I don't even know my own fucking native language. Now I got a bunch of Hispanics mad at me because I don't speak Spanish. But then I'm like, yo, I don't even know my own fucking language. The fuck? So it's like, yo, y'all did that shit to us. Made sure we didn't speak nothing but English. Slaves. Made sure we only speak English. Now we in school, we gotta speak two languages. You gotta speak Spanish and English. The fuck is out? So now to the Latinos and Hispanics, it make them think differently. You know, like we had options or some shit. We never had options. That's why we only speak fucking English. Is to help you understand. We never had, but we were stripped. So they just trying to cover their fucking tracks and shit. Oh, black people wasn't slaves forever. They did. Some of them came over here for free. No, they trying to cover their tracks because they got to pay for the debt of slavery and what their ancestors did to us. And they don't want to pay for that shit. They just want to keep on raping people, taxes and shit. We supposed to get 40 acres in the mule and shit like that. They like, man, fuck that. Keep taxing them niggas. Scam the shit out their asses. Take shit from them and don't give them shit. You know? But you got to pay for it one day. They just rather not pay for it right now. I'll pay for it at the end. It's going to cost you your whole existence and your whole race of people. Ain't going to be no more Caucasians. They're going to kill all the Caucasians off. Because how fucking crazy y'all are. How far y'all went with this shit. You erase the whole fucking race of Caucasians. Because how far y'all taking it with slavery and fucking people up and shit. Don't want to let us go. Don't want to let us have shit. It's just crazy, yo. It's just too much. I'm all over the place, yo. But it's just, there's some last words, some gems for you. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it straight to the point, yo. I'm sorry, man. I just had to say that. And yeah, man, I'm not okay. Physically, I'm not okay. Spiritually, I'm not okay. My heart's is fucked up. My brain's is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? My body is fucked up. I just want to die. I want to kill myself, but people want to keep letting me slow suffer and shit. Like, man, y'all just evil. I don't deserve that shit, but people really look at me like, let that nigga slowly suffer and shit. Like, I deserve that. The fuck? I want to just fucking die. Nobody trying to help me. Nobody trying to really kill me. You just looking for some guilt so you can. It's like you can't kill me. You got to murder me. So you'd rather sit me there and look for something that you can kill me for, you know, looking for something guilty in my life that you can kill me for and get me out of there without you being guilty of taking my life. Because you know how it worked. If you take my life and I'm innocent, you destroy America. If you take my life and I'm guilty, you save America and you got rid of a nuisance in your mind. You got rid of a nuisance. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you look at it. You know? But yo, it's just irritating, yo. It's irritating. I'd rather die for real. You know, but y'all motherfuckers rather slowly make me suffer than like realize like, well, since he's innocent, you know, let him go scot-free. Let him just like, let him live his life. And, you know, if he want to be rich and famous or if he want to go to work and this and have a family, let him live his life. Instead of say, let him live his life even for the sake of being a slave or whatever, or let him live his life just for the sake of like hardship of his ancestors and shit. Y'all be like, fuck that nigga. You know, like y'all just still go hard and shit. But yeah, yo, it's just, I had to let y'all know, yo, I'm just fucked all up. My mind's still in the right place, but I still can tell you how fucked up I am. And how my mind not fucked up. I'm just in a lot of fucking pain, man. And I'm glitching and shit. I'm stuttering and glitching over my words and stuff like that because I'm in pain. And it's hard to remember memories without feeling the pain. So I be glitching, trying to remember the memory, but at the same time trying not to remember the memory because the pain. So it hurt to be talking about certain shit, you know. And I've been going through shit all my life that's like traumatic ass shit. I could tell you just random ass shit in my life. They're like, damn, what the fuck? Your uncle punched. So your uncle punched his mother in the face. So he punched you. So he punched your grandmother in the face. Damn, the fuck? You like, you know, shit like that, you know? It's just one little piece of that. And then telling you about my relationships and shit. Bitches like getting pregnant, like cheating on me, getting pregnant by other niggas trying to make me take care of the babies and shit. Not apologizing for what they did to me and shit. Oh, I meant to do that shit. I mean, I was in a relationship with you, even though you said, let's get married at the high school. We gonna promise to get married at the high school. I really said, fuck that shit. I'm gonna get pregnant by this nigga over here because my pussy just too fucking burning and shit. So let that nigga fuck the shit out of me, get pregnant. Fuck that nigga. Fuck you for real. I know you love me and shit, and you was a virgin and shit like that, but fuck your feelings and shit. Because you innocent. Like, fuck your innocence and shit. Like, you so fucking innocent. Fuck you and shit. And, you know, I'm just going to cheat on your ass and break your fucking hearts and shit because you so fucking innocent and a good of a man and shit. And then tell you, like, fuck you. I'm not going to ever apologize for the rest of my life. I'm going to take that shit to the grave and shit. That's how y'all be acting and shit. And just people keep fucking me up. And I don't deserve it. And I'm sitting here trying to like think about what I do to deserve shit and can't find anything. And then people ain't saying anything. Like, tell me what I did to deserve it. Ain't nobody coming up out their mouth like, well, you deserve this because this. And so I can feel better about getting fucked up. Like, okay, you right. I deserve this. I deserve that. You right. But I can never do that. I can't ever be like, yeah, I deserve that. You know, I can't do that. I'm just like, what the fuck I do to deserve that? And y'all still sitting here, find something. You gotta find, come on, you can't find nothing yet. No, we ain't find nothing yet. You know, shoot first, ask questions later, ask logic. But you should have like, really like, the fuck is y'all doing? Minority Report ass motherfuckers, yo. Until you see your dumb ass on the shit shooting somebody and shit. Oh shit, I'm about to shoot somebody that's innocent. So now you trying to cover your shit up. You love that shit until you saw yourself on the screen and shit. About to kill somebody innocent. And you want, fuck out of here, man. Y'all doing to me, yo. Fuck, taking my children and shit. Children turning against me and shit. That's fucking killing me, yo. And then y'all still sit there laughing and what the fuck is going on in y'all brain spaces? Like, how the fuck is your heart spaces is not like in the right place to, like, when you see a good guy or innocent guy, you not broken the fuck up or fucked up all the way. Like, y'all need to make this right. You ain't making shit right. You just so whatever the fuck you trapped up in that you still holding on to what, like, and you don't lose no fucking sleep or nothing. Fuck is you thinking about me or how you feel about me or what the fuck you thinking? Like, how the fuck you have how you get married to a nigga, have his baby, and don't let him take care of his child. You just take his child from him and shit. And then had a child grow up hating him and shit. Fuck is y'all doing out here? Y'all gotta be all the way demons and fallen angels all the way. It's the only way I can see that shit. Like, y'all not thinking from a human mind space. It's the only way I can, like, figure that shit out. But it's like, yo, I don't deserve whatever the fuck y'all going through. I ain't got nothing to do with the war, the heaven war, or nothing. It's just I'm out this motherfucker looking for parents to take care of us because we trapped in fucking bunkers in a house in Jerusalem in the kingdom of heaven, still trapped in there. Parents ain't there nowhere. Glitchy as shit because the pain is so deep with having no parents. We glitchy as shit. The pain is stopping us from being able to talk, communicate. Can't breathe, you suffocating like a motherfucker. Can't breathe, can't nothing. Because ain't no parents. You just in pain all day long. And trying to, numb the pain is hard to numb the pain and shit. You perfect and everything. You don't die or nothing. But the pain of having nobody there, being alone and shit, is glitching the shit out you. So I'm stuttering and shit, glitching and shit. Can't keep it together because the pain. So it's like dying and shit. Or it's like not malfunctioning. I'm malfunctioning. It's crazy. It's like you get hit by a car, you get hit by two cars and you get stuck between two cars, or a car in a rock and a hard place, right? You get stuck between two things or whatever the case, but your body is like split in half. But if they move the car, you're going to instantly die. But if they hold the car there, you can at least have some last dying words and shit. That's what it's like. Like, you in so much fucking pain, one wrong move, you about to fucking die because the pain's so fucking deep. But you still alive and shit, glitching, going malfunctioning and shit like that. I don't know, yo. But let me stop, man. I don't know, man. All right, Shabbat Shalom.